Hey guys, Thor here once again with This Week on Blu-ray, DVD, and On Demand. And we start with one of the most quirky original movies of the year, Brigsby Bear. This was a sensation at the film fest, and it was poignant, it was heartbreaking, it was hilarious, it was all in there. And it also stars Kyle Mooney, who is best known for Saturday Night Live fame. He plays a young man who grew up watching this kids show that he loved called Brigsby Bear. Well, lo and behold, the show was actually created by a man who had kidnapped him, played by Mark Hamill. So when he gets out and is reunited with his real-life parents after an FBI raid, I'm not giving too much away because this all happens at the beginning of the movie, he's wondering where he could find new episodes of Brigsby Bear, but people tell him that this was a show that was all fabricated just for him. So his world gets completely turned upside down. As I mentioned, Mark Hamill. You've got a great supporting cast: Claire Danes, Greg Kinnear, Matt Walsh, Michaela Watkins, Ryan Simpkins. I loved it. It was such original storytelling with a fresh sort of look at the genre, and it's a really touching comedy. So as he transitions into his new life, he has to really learn about making friends, connect with his family, and he has aspirations of sort of continuing on the show. Now, the Blu-ray and DVD feature a Q&A with the director and the stars, a little bit of a commentary there and a hilarious gag reel. As well, you get a coveted lost episode of Brigsby Bear with the Blu-ray and digital release. Do not miss this one of the best of the year. Let's move along. Atomic Blonde, and Charlize Theron is kicking butt once again in this one, and she stars as an elite MI6 assassin, and she's basically the crown jewel of the Secret Service intelligence community. And this is set in the Cold War Berlin, so it's an 80s style setting. It's got a lot of great 80s tunes from that era, and it looks at a point when the city is kind of simmering with revolution and double-crossing hives of traitors everywhere. She's got to navigate her way through a deadly game of spies and recover a priceless dossier. Now, it also stars John Goodman, Sophia Boutella, and James McAvoy is tremendous in this role. It's real dark, real gritty, kind of reminded me of John Wick a little bit. And man, Theron kicks absolute butt in this movie, as I say. The bonus features include some behind-the-scenes action, deleted scenes, and much, much more. But there was some crazy staging of the action going on here, and I thought the 80s backdrop really lent itself well to this kind of storytelling. I would love to see her tackle this role once again. It's based on the graphic novel by the name of The Coldest City, and yeah, you can take a high-stakes, tension-fueled ride through the streets of Berlin with this one. Don't miss Atomic Blonde right now. Charlize Theron getting it done in style. And another kind of a thriller for you in the Hitman realm, The Hitman's Bodyguard. This one with the comedic twist. Stars Vancouver's own Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson, and the special features on this one include outtakes, extended scenes, deleted scenes, director's commentary, The Hitman's Bodyguard, a love story featurette, plus a bunch of other cool featurettes. Basically, this is the setup. Ryan Reynolds was once one of the world's most deadliest hitmen. He's kind of fallen on tough times, so he's trying to get any gig he can to get back up and rise the corporate ladder. He takes a job escorting Samuel L. Jackson, who's basically his arch nemesis, is another hitman, and he's got to take him to the International Court at The Hague so he can testify against a war criminal played by Gary Oldman. Now, Gary Oldman was good. He chewed up a lot of scenery. I don't think his character was as developed as it could have been. But this movie actually has a lot of jaw-dropping action, and the bromance, the camaraderie between Reynolds and Jackson is palpable. They had great comedic chemistry. They start out just totally hating each other, always getting into fights and things like that. By the end, they find a way to form a friendship, and the movie just takes off from there. I gotta say, it was a little bit of a hidden gem. I really like where it went with the story. It's not always perfect. Some of the jokes fall flat, but the action was always engaging, and there's one scene in particular involving sort of a river canal in Amsterdam. This is some of it here, maybe with a motorcycle. That scene was awesome. So yeah, there was some decent action in this one as well, and plenty of comedy sprinkled in. Let's move along, and another thriller, this time with a more dramatic twist, Wind River, and this stars Jeremy Renner, Elizabeth Olsen, and Graham Greene. Now, this is from writer Taylor Sheridan. He also directed this film. He's the one responsible for this sort of new crime trilogy, which looks at modern-day crimes, Sicario, Hell or High Water, and now with this one, it really rounds out a trio of awesome movies that delve into the criminal process, investigations, and just looks at sort of a contemporary look at the world of crime and current issues facing people in these kind of worlds. So he is a tracker, Jeremy Renner, who finds a body of a teenage girl, and then he teams up with a rookie FBI agent played by Olsen and a tribal police chief portrayed by Graham Greene. They have to kind of piece together what happened and track down those responsible for this grisly crime. And as they get further and further into the mystery, puts their own lives at risk. Another stark, harrowing look at crime and a fascinating character examination, plus great acting. So I love the script. I love the look of the film. It did have some satisfying action in it as well, and lots of tension building. So this is a very intelligent thriller from Sheridan, and he's just got such exciting things that he's done in the past and will continue to work on in the future. So don't miss this one, Wind River, another highlight from 2017. And we'll finish off with a look at TV, Preacher Season 2. Look at this packaging. Gotta love this. Dominic Cooper, Joseph Gilgan, and Ruth Negga are back. You got a hilarious gag reel, moments from the set and from the season and on-set action featurette. But this is a genre-bending, critically acclaimed supernatural series, and it is pretty twisted, also full of action. And it's about a small-town preacher with a criminal past who sets out to find God upon learning that he is absent from heaven. Along the way, he hooks up with his ex-girlfriend, played by Negga, his best friend, who happens to be an Irish vampire. And Season 2 takes them to New Orleans, and they have to dodge local gangsters, dangerous secret agents, and the Saint of Killers, a murderous cowboy from hell, played by Graham McTavish. Love this show. It was co-developed by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. You've got 13 episodes in the 3-disc Blu-ray and DVD. As I mentioned, a lot of great moments from the cutting room floor, featurette raising the stakes, action on set, where the cast and crew explain about how Season 2 is full of more action, blood, and gore. Awesome acting in this one as well, and it is totally genre-bending. There you go, people. That'll do for this week on Blu-ray, DVD, and On Demand. I am Thor Dykow. You can catch me on social media at Thor Dykow is the handle, and we'll see you next week on breakfasttelevision.ca.